Are you looking for a new job or career? Hi, this is Lisa Petrie, President for Diversity Career Fairs, and I want to invite you to our next job fair to be held on Friday, May 10th from 12 to 3:30 p.m. at the DoubleTree Hotel in Orlando. Share this information with your family and friends. Remember, Diversity Job Fair on Friday, May 10th from 12 to 3:30 at the DoubleTree in Orlando. For more information, contact the phone number or visit our website on screen.
We're in hard times and some of us are going to need a lawyer. And if you need a lawyer, don't just react to a TV commercial. Get a copy of the Lawyers Consumer Directory, which is available absolutely free of charge at any 7-Eleven store throughout Central Florida. The Lawyers Consumer Directory is going to give you real hardcore knowledge on how to hire a lawyer and a lot of information on issues like bankruptcy, foreclosure, and more. Get the Lawyers Consumer Directory. It's absolutely free of charge at any 7-Eleven throughout Central Florida.
The Christian Star began as a newspaper whose news focus of interest was of Christians, but it's become a lot more than that, covering issues of concerns to our community, covering issues of national, state, local, and political agendas that affect us today. The Christian Star is available free at any 7-Eleven store. So pick up your copy of the Christian Star Bilingual free at 7-Eleven today.
Ahora puedes demostrar tu orgullo hispano mientras manejas en la carretera con la nueva tablilla o placa de auto hispana conmemorando los 500 años del descubrimiento de Florida por Juan Ponce de León.
Obtén tu tablilla hispana este año y harás la diferencia.
Nuestra comunidad se beneficiará con más programas y servicios.
Resalta nuestra cultura, nuestras raíces.
Hi, I'm Danny Ramos, and welcome to this week's edition of Hispanic Speak Out TV, brought to you by Bright House Cable for the past 12 years on Channel 49. We talk about issues that are pertinent to the Hispanic community, politics, business, and economic development. We're here this evening with Al Schwartz. Al is the chairman for the Republican Party of Seminole County. How you doing, Al?
Doing very well. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Appreciate
it's a pleasure having you here to give us an upside on what the Republicans are doing to attract Hispanics. A lot went down for the campaign for Romney.
Yes.
And one of the things that really surprised me about that campaign, besides all the other stuff, was the fact that none of the other Republican candidates, Gingrich, Paul, none of these other guys that all ran for president actually came out during the campaign and supported him. Why do you think that happened?
Well, I think it's very similar to other primaries in the past. I think it was a very hard-fought primary.
Was there bitterness between the candidates, do you think, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was so much quite a bit of bitterness, but you know, with anything else, I think sometimes after you go through a fight for so many months, whether in the end you reconcile or you don't, and this is very similar to our local elections.
Mm-hmm.
Some people still find it difficult to come around in the end, but
and make friends.
Yeah, but you know, I've always told people there's these people are still part of your family and will be at the end of the day. Yeah. So, you know, I think some of the candidates ultimately were supportive of the campaign, at least towards the end.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a Hispanic show, and we are interested in the Hispanic market. There was a lot of hoopla on national television about Hispanics not going the Republican way. And a lot of Republicans, Republican leaders acknowledged the fact that they weren't attracting the minority vote, primarily blacks and Hispanics. What do you think the Republican Party is going to do about that?
Well, I think they've always actively been involved in trying to reach out to both the black and Hispanic Latino communities. I think where the difference lies, especially recently, is how to do that, how to effectively go out into the community and to do that. I'm a product of the city of Chicago.
Okay.
So very community-oriented approach to politics, and I really do believe that all politics is local. I think it's very difficult to make inroads in a community without, you know, really truly engaging that community and being involved with that community and going to outreach and being involved with local media of that community. And I think one of the things that we're going to try to do at least a little bit better as a party is really to utilize different types of outreach, which includes media, where I think as a party, whether it was in reaching out to certain communities or not, I think we could have done a lot better job as far as targeting and media in our message. But as far as the Hispanic and Latino communities specifically, you know, one of the things I have done, or one of the things that I have focused on, is really engaging the community and also working within our community to help to promote candidates, Hispanic candidates within our county. Because I think it's important for a community, regardless of its ethnicity, regardless of the community itself, to actually see one of their own that's out there and engaging people out in the political forum.
Well, that's the name of the game, because everybody wants to be represented. Everybody in their community wants to have their fair share. And Hispanics are certainly not the newcomers. They've been here 500 years, you know, and they first came to Florida and they landed in Brevard 500 years ago. And since then, they've had the settlements in St. Augustine and other settlements that were the first settlements in Florida. So, but there has been a lot of criticism. Although the the Hispanics that are Republicans have been very, very dedicated, and they hold the line.
Oh, absolutely.
I know people that are Republican and that are Hispanic, and I know them for a long time. They've never wavered from being Republican because they have a sense of the belief system that Republicans have, and they believe in that system. The other side of the fence is the Democratic Party, and they've been doing a very effective job in reaching out to Hispanics across the nation. And naturally, that's probably one of the main things that pushed President Obama into the presidency, was that the Hispanic vote did turn out for him across the country, and it did make a big difference. I think that the Republican Party has an identification problem with the Hispanic community. And what you're doing right now by coming on here and letting them know that Republicans want to reach out to Hispanics, but don't you think that that has to be done at the top level, like at the chairman for the party for the state of Florida? I mean, you're the chairman for Seminole County, and every county has a chairman. But what about the chairman at the top? Do you get a sense of feeling that that guy is really, really sincere about reaching out to the Hispanic community?
I think he is. You know, we recently had a quarterly meeting here in Orlando, and one of the focuses was reaching out to the Hispanic community and to the African American community as well. So it's definitely on the forefront of any agenda, at least that I'm getting from the state. But you know, one of the things I like to tell any of my political friends anyway is, you know, I have control over what happens within my county. Right. and it's always been to the forefront of my agenda ever since I took over as chairman in 2010. You know, I brought Governor Brian Sandoval here to speak. He's actually, regardless of what community background he came from, he is one of the people I most admire, and it was just a wonderful thing for him to come here and speak. But you know, it's listening to him speak in the background that he comes from. You know, I also came from a background of immigrants. My grandfather came from Germany, went through Ellis Island. You know, so I understand people leaving, you know, regimes or governments that, you know, would be unconscionable to live in. So the Hispanic community, in at least my mindset, is very close in that, you know, they came here for a better life, for a dream, you know, and that's very tied into the beliefs that I have as a Republican. And that's why I think that outreach, you know, increased outreach would lead to far more success.
Knowing that the Democrats have a greater appeal, what is the major difference between your appeal, the Republican appeal, and the Democratic appeal?
You know, I think the Democrats have utilized media truly to their success. And Democrats have always been involved in community outreach, not necessarily to the Hispanic community or to certain communities, but have always been engaged in community outreach. I came from a place that was heavily involved in community outreach, so I'm a firm believer in that. And I think Republicans over time, especially during the George Bush presidential campaign, realized how important it was also to get on the ground, but they have to maintain that. It's a lot of work, it involves a lot of time, but you know, I feel, and those in my county feel, that it's very important to spend that time in reaching out to the Hispanic community, especially because in my county, the Hispanic community since 2000 has almost doubled.
And what's the percentage now? I think it's about 14 or something like that. I'm not
It's
sure.
actually higher. It's like 16%,
Okay.
about 16
So
to
that
17%.
and it's going to grow. It's going to go to 25.
Absolutely.
And everybody knows that, you know, right now you got 40 million plus Hispanics in the United States, and
Yeah.
Hispanic population is growing extremely fast, and it's going to dominate the political agenda going into the next 20, 30 years. So it's smart, whoever's going after the Hispanic market is looking at the future of politics and the future
Absolutely.
of product sales.
Yeah.
You know, they're the youngest demographic with children, so and they're increasing their buying power substantially. I know that when you say that you're going after Hispanic representation, are there any Hispanics running right now in Seminole?
Well, Ray Valdez, who I've known for a very long time, has truly been a mainstay, and he's very respected.
He's been around for a long time, hasn't he?
very, very long time. He's a respected elder within not only our county but within
Does
the
he
state,
have any aspirations
Republican
besides
politics.
being? He's always been at the same post.
Well, I'll give
which
you
is
a little bit of background on
the DMV.
myself. My dad had known Ray in politics, and my dad's 76. So I'm not meaning to age anybody here, but he's been around a very, very long time,
Yeah.
and he's done wonderful things in our county. I just, you know, he runs that office, at least in our county, the tax collector's office, where he's tax collector. He runs it wonderfully.
Yeah, very efficient.
And everybody has their own niche, and I just really think that that's his. But he's very active. He's also state committeeman for our party, and he's very active. And so his involvement, not only as tax collector, but also his involvement in the party, he's done wonderful things.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, do you have anything you want to tell the audience, how they can get in touch with you?
Yeah, definitely. We have a website. It's www.seminolegop.org, or you can give us a call at 407-261-9949, and we'd love to hear from you.
Okay, this is Al Schwartz, and he's chairman of the Republican Party for Seminole County. If you're Hispanic and you're interested in talking to the Republicans, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, give Al a call. His number is right on the screen right now, so we'll give you a second to jot it down. Okay, Al, thank you so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, please come back as things heat up, because I know everybody's getting ready okay, for another battle.
Primary season will be here before we know it.
Exactly,
so
and I know everybody's already started.
Oh yeah,
everybody's already started.
Yeah, all the good candidates are already starting to get their houses in order. So.
Okay, thanks, Al. And we're going to take a break right now. Come back, and we'll run some commercial time, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Bye-bye.
Are you looking for a new job or career? Hi, this is Lisa Petrie, President for Diversity Career Fairs, and I want to invite you to our next job fair to be held on Friday, May 10th from 12 to 3:30 p.m. at the DoubleTree Hotel in Orlando. Share this information with your family and friends. Remember, Diversity Job Fair on Friday, May 10th from 12 to 3:30 at the DoubleTree in Orlando. For more information, contact the phone number or visit our website on screen.
¿Necesitas un abogado? Detente. No contrates un abogado simplemente por haberlo visto en un anuncio comercial. Lawyers Consumer Directory te ofrece la solución para todo tipo de problemas legales, tales como inmigración, bancarrota, divorcios, entre otros. Y hasta te ayuda a cómo contratar un abogado. No te rompa la cabeza buscando la solución cuando la tienes en tus manos. Adquiérelo gratis, sí, absolutamente gratis en cualquier 7-Eleven.
The Christian Star began as a newspaper whose news focus of interest was of Christians, but it's become a lot more than that, covering issues of concerns to our community, covering issues of national, state, local, and political agendas that affect us today. The Christian Star is available free at any 7-Eleven store. So pick up your copy of the Christian Star Bilingual free at 7-Eleven today.
Welcome back. I'm Jose Miranda. I'll be your host for this segment of the show. This is, of course, Hispanic Speak Out, which is brought to you every Tuesday night at 9:30 on Channel 49 on Bright House TV. Tonight we're going to talk about saving babies' lives. And joining us today will be Enrique Gale, and his interpreter will be Yvette Fernandez, okay, so that when you get that concept going on TV here. So tell us a little bit about Saving Babies' Lives.
Yeah, Saving Babies' Life es una fundación pro vida.
Saving Babies' Lives is a pro-life foundation.
El objetivo de nuestra fundación, como lo dice el nombre, es salvar vidas.
Our objective, just like our name says, is to save lives.
¿Y cómo hacemos eso?
How do we do that?
Toda aquella mujer, aquella muchacha, dama, que ha quedado embarazada de una manera que no lo esperaba, de una manera anticipada, y que se siente con temor.
The way we do that is every woman or teenager that has gotten pregnant unexpectedly, which we know happens often.
Nuestra fundación, nosotros la ayudamos a que tome la decisión correcta.
Our foundation basically helps them make the right choice.
Muchas de estas mujeres, cuando se encuentran embarazadas y son rechazadas por su esposo, por su novio, por su amigo, su compañero, sus familiares,
A lot of these women, when they're faced with being neglected by their partner, their husband, their boyfriend,
se encuentran atemorizadas y lo primero que se le viene a su mente es el aborto.
because they're so afraid, the first thing they think about is abortion.
Okay, let's go back a little bit, because our country has moved along a little bit on these issues, and we do have some states which have forced the issue more or less, but we live more or less in the 21st century. Okay, so having said that, abortion is not necessarily the act of someone that's been burdened, but sometimes it's the act of something of a necessity because of finances and things like that.
Bueno, ahí es donde entramos nosotros, donde entra la fundación,
That's exactly where we come in, where the foundation comes in.
porque muchas mujeres quieren abortar pensando que la economía va a ser un problema.
A lot of women want to abort because they think finances are going to be an issue for them.
Lo que nosotros hacemos es llevarla desde el principio hasta el final.
Basically, what we would love to do, and what we do is take them from the beginning to the end.
And how do you do that?
Ok, empezamos llevándola a hacerle primeramente una prueba de embarazo a una de nuestras clínicas.
The first thing we do is we offer free pregnancy testing at one of our clinics.
Una vez que sabemos que está embarazada, nosotros le proveemos un doctor que durante esos 9 meses le va a dar una atención.
Once we know they're pregnant, we will provide them free medical doctor that they can see throughout their entire 9 months of pregnancy.
Aren't we living in a society, though, that you're kind of duplicating some work that's going on here? Like Planned Parenthood, for example. They do, screenings, and they do whether a person is pregnant or not. So are you duplicating this process?
No, nosotros hacemos lo que dice la ley, y la ley dice, nosotros a través de nuestras clínicas hacemos una prueba de embarazo para asegurarnos con un doctor que esté correctamente identificado como doctor en la ciudad de Orlando, de Miami, donde sea, y que nos dé una prueba de embarazo correcta como exige la ley.
Okay, so she's pregnant. Can she go to any? Are you a licensed doctor?
No, sir.
Okay, so you run a clinic.
We have a clinic where we have doctors, we have nurses. Lo que nosotros hacemos, nosotros ayudamos a proveerle los servicios a esa mamá para evitar el aborto. Le vamos a dar toda la ayuda que ella necesita.
So you're providing counseling. I'm sorry, I'm interpreting myself. I apologize. Go ahead.
Basically what we do is we provide the care that they wouldn't be able to get otherwise. We provide them with the doctors, nurses to see them throughout their entire pregnancy.
Do you think right now that women who are pregnant or thinking about abortions are not receiving proper care?
Eso no es el punto. El problema es que la mujer cuando aborta es porque se ve entre la espada y la pared.
The point that we're trying to make is that most women who do abort is because they find themselves against the wall. They have no resources that they can go to.
So, nosotros lo que queremos hacer es dejarles saber que el aborto no es la decisión correcta,
What we want to do is make sure they understand that abortion is not the right choice.
porque una vez que abortan vienen muchas consecuencias, las cuales las clínicas de aborto no la mencionan.
Because according to what we believe, once they do abort, there are consequences that they're going to have to face in life that the abortion clinics don't advise them of before they get the abortion.
Are we talking about a physical act, or are we talking about a religious thing?
No, right now no estamos hablando de religión.
We're not talking about religion right now.
So this is you're talking about this is a physical thing that the clinic that they went to is not giving them.
Cuando estas personas van a una clínica de aborto, lo único que les informan es que tienen una bola de sangre en su estómago.
When they go to the abortion clinics, basically what they're told is that they have a ball of blood in their stomach.
Y eso no es verdad.
And that's not true.
Cuando la mujer se da cuenta que está embarazada, por lo general ya han pasado 30 días.
Most women who find out they're pregnant have found out and 30 days have already gone by.
Y los estudios muestran que a partir de los 19 y los 21 días de gestación, el corazón de un baby empieza a latir.
Studies have shown that between 19 and 21 days of gestation, there's already a heartbeat.
Y la mujer, cuando va a una clínica de aborto, no es avisada de esto, sino simplemente por un interés económico le dicen que el aborto es la mejor opción.
So most clinics, when they do go, because of financial interest, they don't mention this to the women.
Are you based in this on national studies, or how are you going about assessing this?
Estudios nacionales.
Yeah, by national studies.
Is this your concern? How does it relate to the Hispanic community? Are there more abortions in the Hispanic community versus the overall?
El aborto, nosotros ahora nos estamos enfocando en la ciudad de Orlando. El aborto en la ciudad de Orlando ha crecido un 60%.
Right now our focus is in the city of Orlando, and as of our statistics show that abortion has raised or risen 60%.
Y nuestras mujeres hispanas están abortando cada vez más.
And our Hispanic women are aborting more and more each day.
Why do you think that is, going with our culture? Why do you think it's affecting more of the Latin community?
Nos afecta más porque no están recibiendo la atención debida de sus papás, y al no recibir esta atención debida de sus papás, están buscando la atención afuera.
Because they don't receive the attention they need at home from their parents, so they're looking elsewhere to find attention.
So you think the whole process of the abortion thing is about attention?
Es nada only that. Hay muchas razones.
There's a lot of reasons.
It's a lot of reasons, but the main point es que el aborto está aumentando en una manera considerable.
The main point is that the abortion is going up every day more and more.
Okay, let's
and
take
at a
that
considerable rate.
at a higher rate. Okay, so they go to your clinic. What type of instructions are they receiving?
Well, ahí hay un doctor
There's a doctor there
que las va a atender, right?
that'll attend them.
Right.
He's going to do pregnancy test,
Right.
okay? Luego que hace un pregnancy test, él la va a referir a un médico de mamás embarazadas.
So once their pregnancy test is done,
Right.
the doctor refers them to an obstetrician.
Okay, to continue the follow-up.
Continue the follow-up.
Are we going to do psychiatric care also?
No,
No psych.
no, at least if it's recommended by the doctor,
Okay.
okay? Nosotros tenemos un paquete preparado
We have a package prepared
con el Departamento de Salud,
from the Department of Health
con otras agencias del gobierno,
with other government agencies
Right.
para ayudarlas hasta el final de su embarazo
Right.
y, de-
to help them until the final stages of their pregnancy.
ajá, y una vez que tengan el baby, ayudarla un poco más.
And once the baby's born, we continue to help them a little bit more.
Okay. It would seem that if a person came to you and they were really kind of, I want to have this abortion, the people who come to you are already deciding they don't want abortions, or they're coming to you because they want abortions? Because you don't provide that. Your
No.
service, yours is a prevent defense.
We are
kind of, right?
pro-life,
Okay.
yes. Las personas que vienen a nosotros,
The women that come to us,
en un 90%,
and 90% of them,
ellos no quieren abortar.
Okay.
they don't want to abort.
Están buscando alguien que las pueda ayudar.
They're basically looking for help. They're coming to us for help.
When we say pro-life, for example, aren't we saying you're anti-abortion?
Against abortion.
You're against abortion,
Anti-abortion.
period, right?
Period, yes.
Okay. So how do women come to you? I mean, are you in the yellow pages? Are you standing on a corner? How do women come to you?
Well, we have a website.
Okay.
Nos anunciamos en el diario, en la televisión, en la radio.
All right.
We have our website, and we're also on the radio daily and on the television.
Please tell us your website, by the way.
Yeah, our website.
It's spelled in Spanish.
That's fine.
But it's Jesus is my pasture. Basically, is the website is www.jesuspastor.com. Jesusesmipastor.com.
Okay. Phone numbers involved in it?
Yes, our phone number is 407-446-8804 or 407-556-5292.
And who would they ask to? They just person just gets on the phone and says, "I don't want to have an abortion." Is that how you the lead in for it?
No. Person when they call, ellos llaman pidiendo información. ¿Cómo nosotros podemos ayudarla?
Okay.
When they call us, they're going to ask, basically, most of them will ask for information. How can we help them?
Okay. Well, listen, I know we're running short on time. Okay, so I want to thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
All right,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
your help.
I appreciate
Thank you.
that. Thank you for joining us again. See us next week, same time, same channel. I'm Jose Miranda, and this has been Hispanic Speak Out TV.
Are you looking for a new job or career? Hi, this is Lisa Petrie, President for Diversity Career Fairs, and I want to invite you to our next job fair to be held on Friday, May 10th from 12 to 3:30 p.m. at the DoubleTree Hotel in Orlando. Share this information with your family and friends. Remember, Diversity Job Fair on Friday, May 10th from 12 to 3:30 at the DoubleTree in Orlando. For more information, contact the phone number or visit our website on screen.
We're in hard times, and some of us are going to need a lawyer. And if you need a lawyer, don't just react to a TV commercial. Get a copy of the Lawyers Consumer Directory, which is available absolutely free of charge at any 7-Eleven store throughout Central Florida. The Lawyers Consumer Directory is going to give you real hardcore knowledge on how to hire a lawyer and a lot of information on issues like bankruptcy, foreclosure, and more. Get the Lawyers Consumer Directory. It's absolutely free of charge at any 7-Eleven throughout Central Florida.
The Christian Star began as a newspaper whose news focus of interest was of Christians, but it's become a lot more than that, covering issues of concerns to our community, covering issues of national, state, local, and political agendas that affect us today. The Christian Star is available free at any 7-Eleven store. So pick up your copy of the Christian Star Bilingual free at 7-Eleven today.
Ahora puedes demostrar tu orgullo hispano mientras manejas en la carretera con la nueva tablilla o placa de auto hispana conmemorando los 500 años del descubrimiento de Florida por Juan Ponce de León.
Obtén tu tablilla hispana este año y harás la diferencia.
Solo 1,000 se necesitan para hacerla permanente.
Su donativo ayudará a estudiantes con becas.
Nuestra comunidad se beneficiará con más programas y servicios.
Resalta nuestra cultura, nuestras raíces.
Demostremos que en la unión está la fuerza.
Obtén tu tablilla hispana en el Departamento de Vehículos de Motor más cercano o llama hoy al 321-277-0850.